In this video, we're going to talk about the list of ecumenical patriarchs of Constantinople. The following is a chronological list of bishops and ecumenical patriarchs of Constantinople. The historical data on the first 25 bishops is limited, with modern scholars debating their authenticity. The foundation of the see by Andrew the Apostle is met with similar amounts of skepticism, with scholars believing it to be a later tradition. The list is mostly based on the compilation made by Demetrius Ximenes, but there is no single official numbering of bishops. The official website of the Patriarchate has a list of holders but gives them no numeral. Bishops of Byzantium until 330 AD. Saint Andrew the Apostle 3638. Saint Stachys, Saint Onesimus, Polycarpus I, Plutarch, Sedecon, Diogenes, Eleutherius, Felix, Polycarpus II, Athenodorus, Eusebius, Lawrence, Alypius, Pertinax, Olympianus, Marcus I, Philadelphus, Syriacus I, St. Castinus, Eugenius I, Titus, Domitius, Rufinus, Probus, Saint Metrophony, Saint Alexander, Saint Paul I, the Confessor, Eusebius of Nicomedia, Paul I, Macedonius I, Eudochius of Antioch, Demophilus, Evagrius, Saint Gregory of Nazianzus, Maximus I, Nectarius, Saint John Chrysostom, Saint Arsacius, Saint Atticus, Saint Sicinius I, Nestorius, Saint Maximianus the 42nd, Saint Proclus, Saint Flavian, 450 to 800, Saint Anatolius, Saint Gennadius, Arasius, Fravetta, Euphemius, Macedonius II, Timothy I, Saint John of Cappadocia, Epiphanius, Anthemius I, Saint Manus, Saint Eutychius, Saint John Scholasticus, Saint John IV, Nesteutes, Syriacus II, Saint Thomas I, Sergius I, Pyrrhus, Peter, Saint Thomas II, Saint John V, Saint Constantine I, Saint Theodore I, Saint George I, Saint Paul III, Saint Callinicus I, Saint Cyrus, John VI, Germanus I, Anastasius, Constantine II, Nicetas I, Paul IV, Herasius, 800 to 1016, Nicephorus I, Theodotus I, Melessenos Cassiteras, Anthony I Cassimatas, John VII, Morocarzanius, Grammaticus, Saint Methodius I, Saint Ignatius, Saint Photius I, Saint Stephen I, Saint Anthony II, Saint Nicholas I, Saint Euthemius I, Cincellus, Saint Stephen II, Saint Tryphon, Theophilus Lecapenus, Polyeuctus, Basil I, Scamandrenus, Antony III, Studites, Nicholas II, Chrysoberges, Sisinus II, Sergius II, Saint Eustathius, Alexius Studites, Michael I Cerularius, Saint Constantine III, Saint John VIII, Xiphilinos, Saint Cosmas I, Eustratius II, Caritas, Nicholas III, Kirdiniatis, Grammaticus, John IX, Saint Leo, Saint Michael II, Cosmas II, Nicholas IV, Theodotus II, Melphitus I, Constantine IV, Luke Chrysobergus, Michael III, Chariton, Theodosius I, Basil II Camaterus, Nicetas II Mountains, Dositeus, Leontius, Dositeus, George II Xiphilinos, John III Cavateros, 1208-1261 in Nicaea, Michael IV, Autoreanos, Theodore II Copas or Cupas, Maximus II, Manuel I Sarantenos, Carantenos Caritopoulos, German II, Germanus II, Naupilius, Methodius II, Manuel II, Saint Arsenius, Autoreanus, Nicephorus II, Germanus the third, Saint Joseph the first, John the ninth, Gregory the second, Saint Athanasius the first, John the twelfth, John 11, John the twelfth, Nephon the first, John the 13th, Gerasemus the first, Isaias, John the 14th, Isidore the first, Saint Callistus the first, Philotheus the first, Macarius, Nilus, Antony the fourth, Saint Callistus the second, Matthew the first, Euthemius the second, Joseph the second, Metrophines the second, Gregory the third, Athanasius the second, Grenadius the second, Isidore, Grenadius the second, Scholarius, Isidore the second, Xanthopoulos, 1466, 1822, Saint Dionysius the first, Raphael the first, Maximus the third, Saint Nephon the second, Maximus the fourth, Joachim the first, Pachomius the first, Theolectus the first, Saint Jeremias the first, Joannicus the first, Dionysius the second, Joseph the second, Metrophanes the third, Jeremias the second, Pachomius the second, Theolectus the second, Matthew the second, Gabriel the first, Theophanes the first, Meletius the first, Neophytus the second, Raphael the second, Kirill the first, Timothy the second, Gregory the fourth, Antimus the second, Kirill the second, Contares, Athanasius the third, Patellaros, Neophytus the third, Parthenius the first, Parthenius the second, Ioannicus the second, Kirill the third, Paisius the first, Saint Parthenius the third, Gabriel the second, Parthenius the fourth, Dionysius the third, Clement Methodius the third, Dionysius the fourth, Gerasemus the second, Athanasius the fourth, James, Callinicus the second, Neophytus the fourth, Gabriel the third, Neophytus the fifth, Cyprianus, Athanasius the fifth, Kirill the fourth, Cosmas the third, Jeremias the third, Callinicus the third, Paisius the second, Seraphim the first, Neophytus the fourth, Kirill the fifth, Callinicus the fourth, Seraphim the second, Ioannicus the third, Samuel, Meletius the second, Theodosius the second, Sophronius the second, Gabriel the fourth, Procopius, Neophytus the seventh, Gerasimus the first, Gerasimus the third, Saint Gregory the fifth, Callinicus the fifth, Jeremias the fourth, Kirill the sixth, Eugenius the second, 1822-1923, Antimus the third, Chrysanthus, Agathangelos, Constantinos the first, Constantius the second, Gregory the sixth, Fortuniadis, Antimus the fourth, Bombacis, Antimus the fifth, Chrysaphides, Germanus the fourth, Meletius the third, Pangalos, Antimus the sixth, Ioannidis, Kirill the seventh, Joachim the second, Cocodis, Sophronius the third, Maidanzoglos, Joachim the third, Devetsis, Joachim the fourth, Chrysoloadis, Dionysius the fifth, Charitonidis, Neophytus the eighth, Papa Constantine, Antimus the seventh, Zatsos, Constantine the fifth, Valiadis, Germanus the fifth, Kavakopoulos, Meletius the fourth, Metaxakis, Gregory the seventh, Zelvoudakis, 1923 to present, Constantine the sixth, Arampoglos, Basil the third, Georgiadis, Photius the second, Maniatis, Benjamin the first, Maximus the fifth, Athenagoras the first, Demetrius the first, Bartholomew the first, Archondonis, the 269th patriarch.